Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. I got another cool CB radio from Retevis to check out. The R is silent only in the spelling, my friends. It's a CB radio. It is 4 watts out. It is 26.965 to 27.405. It is the MB3B. And I have taken a look at the MB3, I think. So this is an improvement on that model. We'll take a look at it right here. Gonna go ahead, like always, just open her up. And let's see what comes in the kit. Alrighty. Like the feel of these microphones from them. Alright, so things I won't take out. Mounting hardware and a bracket for it. And just set this off to the side right now. Sorry if I don't sound quite right today. I don't feel quite right today, but that's alright. Right out of the gate, one thing I do like, comes with a cigarette lighter adapter. And so this is a pretty small radio, pretty portable looking radio, so you can plug this thing in without having to hardwire to your car. That might be a bit of a learning curve for some folks to have to, go in and find key on power and a good ground and all the rest. So that takes the guesswork out of it by having that on there. The radio itself, I don't know, it's its own unique size. It does have a nice heat sink on the back, PL259 connector. And it does have a spot back here for an external speaker, which is nice. The front here, channel up and down, function, squelch control, volume on and off, and a couple of function buttons over here that we'll get into when we get it closer up on the bench. That microphone, though, nice positive key click, up and down, and a PF button. It is a 5-pin mic. And it's a good size. I'd say it's standard size, maybe a little thinner than the Cobras you're used to from the good old days and the unit ends. Something similar anyway. Manual, MB3B, and it is 17 pages all in English. Does have, of course, AM and FM, but no sideband on this. A lot of folks always say, that's a cool radio, but I won't buy it if it doesn't have sideband. And I get you. But it's important to point out that for 90% of CB users, they're not even aware what sideband is. So for us, the dedicated hardcore CB enthusiasts, yes, sideband is wanted on every radio that we play with. But for most folks, something like this is going to get the job done just fine, especially trucks, people taking road trips cross country, that kind of stuff. Pretty good. It looks like pretty good explanatory stuff. And this has got a pretty fancy little screen in it, I think. It's not just, I think the MB3A is just, big 03 or 01 or whatever. It's just a good solid thing to see. This is more of a display. It's got a bunch of stuff going on in it. And we'll put it over on the bench and take a look at some of that stuff right now. Let's do it. All right. Well, here we are on the bench. I'm going to go ahead and turn this beautiful thing on. And you can see it is quite the screen compared to the regular MB3. Let's go ahead and get started on it. Down at the bottom here, automatic squelch control. You can see that drops it off. And you're getting some signal strength here. If I key down, it goes to transmit, and you can see that. So that's kind of a nice function right there. Volume up and down, but we'll leave that down for right now. AM mode, FM mode, press and hold. And we have weather channels.
Highs in the lower 70s. Light winds. Chance of rain 20%.
Right, so that's kind of nice. Press and hold again. And she's gone back to the FM mode. We'll switch back to AM. Now, if I put it on automatic squelch control, I can hit scan, and she's going to roll through the dial. That's kind of cool. Hit it again, we can stop that. And if we press and hold, we're turning on our Roger beep, which is a nice feature. Right, we have a little Roger beep going there. Okay, and then we have our emergency, channel 9 and 19. And if we press and hold that one, we get a lock button that comes on there to make sure that we can't change the channel either by the keypad. See? All right, press and hold again, we'll get rid of that. A little harder to tell here, but up on top, we have our voltage, which is nice. And we have beep currently turned on. I'll show you how to turn that off in the menu here shortly. Over here, channel up and down. And they're all backlit. It might be hard for you to see that. Then we have our functions. And if we press, we can get into our menu, and there's plenty of them. comm parameters, channel parameters, VHF parameters. So let's go ahead, and we got a dimmer. Whoop. We got a dimmer. If we want to press and hold that again, we can change that. All right, but we'll leave that up. All right. Automatic squelch control, where do we want that? We'll leave it be. RX audio path, do we want it going to the external speaker or internal? We'll leave that alone. SWR, we can set a warning. Good Lord, I think I want that a little, maybe 3 to 1 would be, so that's kind of nice. Timeout timer. Scan type, we can do, scan can be one of two ways. You can set it up to be a squelch scan, where it breaks through the noise floor, or a time scan. You can do that either way. Oops, waited too long. Echo, you have echo mode in here if you want, echo volume, and currently echo is turned off. You can turn that on. RF gain, we can change that around if we want to. High cut, yeah, I think I'm gonna turn that on. Noise blanker, yeah, let's turn that on. Automatic noise limiter, let's turn that on. Transmit and noise reduction, we're gonna leave that where it is. Receive noise reduction, we'll leave that where it is. And if you want to use this with a Vox setup, you certainly can. Sensitivity ratings there. Microphone type, you can change it around if you want to go with anything other than stock. Gain, turn the gain up a little. Roger beep, we have some choices. I like that one. And back to automatic squelch control, right? So we can get out of that. Channel parameters, let's go in there. Add to scan, so we can choose what channels we want to scan. We can change our emergency settings. So if I don't want to use 19, well, actually I would say 9. I'm gonna change that to 14. All right, RX and TX, CT, CSS, and DCS if we want to mess around with the FM side of things. Transmit as well. VHF parameters, let's get into there. Do we want the alert on or off? I don't want it. We can change the step, and we can change the squelch for that as well. And that's what we got, so let's get out of there. Oops. We'll just give it a second here. I'll go ahead and turn her off, turn it back on. And that's it, my friends. Let's take a look at this thing. No noise being made today. It's kind of sad. Not even channel 6. Must be a solar storm or something going on. It's kind of sad. Yep. Try for a call out on 19. Brake channel for a radio check. Brake channel for a radio check. And you'll also notice up here we have our signal strength, but we also have an SWR meter up on top when I transmit. I'll show you that again. Brake channel, I'm of course right down there by 1, but if it was going to be a little out of range there, you could use that to make your adjustments as well. I will say I'm not very good at, my eyesight's not all that great. My hearing sucks, but the screen is nice and crisp and clear. I can see it very well. I don't know how they did that, but even the smaller print is actually very bright and very crisp and easy to read. I like it. I'm thinking about installing this in a car. I'm just not sure what. I don't know. I like it though. So it's not really a DIN size, a little hard to fit in the Tundra. I've been thinking about putting another radio in the Tundra and the second single DIN slot that it has, but this one looks better. This one has more features than that radio, so I'm torn a little bit. I'm thinking. Anyway, I guess that'll do it, my friends. I will see you next time. Take care.